What's up guys, Boy here. Today we're doing another video. Today we're taking a look at the Gerber paraframe. Let's begin. Now we can finally get talked about the Gerber paraframe. Yes, I basically got two versions of it. Now, I don't have the serrated edge or basically the tanto edge, which that probably are two of the other ones that they do exist. Which, yeah, the paraframe 2, I think it's the one with the serrated edge, the paraframe 2. You could definitely know for it. I'm also going to be throwing this in there because it doesn't really have any, but I'm going to put this guy in here along with the rest. Yes, we're also going to be, yeah, they're all kind of on the same level of all things. Yes, the same company of all things. But you could definitely know for it. Yes, you could definitely know for this situation. Okay, the blade steel, let's talk about the small one. So, our first one is basically pretty small of all things. You could definitely see of course unlike the bigger one that has Gerber right on the blade, it basically just have the emblem right there. Of course, you got the pocket thumb clip on here. Basically plain edge. So this is how you open it, which you could definitely know for it. And then this is how you close it, because you can definitely know that you have to push this in and then you put the blade in. For this one, basically have like very much small hexagon screws or star hexagon screws on just basically 3 of them. Of course, you could take that off, but again, there's no other way to put it in the different area, for left-handed use. Of course, there's also the star screw right there if you want to disassemble it. Now, the handle is made out of 310 steel, stainless steel, which is also on the same level like the blade, which is also stainless steel, which you can definitely see from here. Now for the big guy. Yeah, that's a little weird. Now, let's see. So this is how you open it. You can open it like this, pretty normal. Or you could basically pretty much do it fast, like the 06 fast. That's how fast it is for the 06 fast. Let me do it by this. Yeah. Pretty fast opener. And then this is how you close the thing. Yep, that's how you close it. Basically push that inside the blade. Now, the reason why I'm pointing these two. Now, if you can definitely know for the size itself, well, the mini and the normal sized are pretty much of a basically skeletalized big old holes in here, both on both sides. And just like the mini, this one also is made out of 310 steel alongside with the blade itself. And it also had the same screw size, which, yeah, if you really kind of see it, it does have like the same screw size like the paraframe. But the difference is this one's a little bigger. And also on the other hand, you don't have the little, basically have to put your thumb on that one. You basically have like this little peg to open it, both left and right, which that's basically getting the bigger upper hand for that. Now, for this one right here, the Gerber shard, this one's have like a screw, basically a Phillips screw, a little hole, a bottle opener, and of course a pry bar, which is probably made out of stainless steel. So let's get to the size. So size for the Gerber paraframe mini would be around, the blade itself would be around about like nearly of a hair of 2 inch and a quarter. Meanwhile, for the handle, and while it's closed, be around about of basically of 3 inches. Be around about of 3 inches. Meanwhile, for the blade and deployed for the overall size would be around about of 5 1/4 inch. Meanwhile, the difference on this one, the paraframe, the normal paraframe, this one has around, the blade length would be around about of 2 3/4 of an inch. Meanwhile, for the handle, for the handle and the blade closed would be around about a 4 inch. Meanwhile, for the overall size would be around about of 7 inches. So let's test these bad boys out. So the results out there is pretty crazy. Now, the paraframe, like, couple strikes, like, one of them basically was, like, hanging by, like, a little piece of plastic on there. And you could definitely know that's pretty much a good cut over it. Now, for the mini one, or the small one, is pretty decent. I mean, it actually goes through pretty good, of all things, which is pretty noticeable. Like, things like small cuts, of all things, because it's, you know, also pretty sharp. So, time for the entire of judgment to it. Now, as you could definitely know, on the pretty good budget on these, it's pretty decent. So, I give the Gerber paraframe an astounding paraframe and its mini version an astounding of a 9 out of 10. It's basically a pretty simple, constructed, but also rather a very simple piece to have. You know, I'd rather pick that than some really obscure knife that really, like a stainless steel, you know, frost cutlery. It is a hell of a lot better than those frost cutlery knives. You could definitely all know. Because, for one thing, it's pretty simple. Yeah, sure, it may not be the most attractive looking one. It's more of a whole skeletal deal, more of a skeletal handle scales, but it's basically pretty simple of all things. So that wraps up the Gerber paraframe. I'm Tilboy, and I'm signing out. I'll see you guys next time.